Welcome to the show. It is great to meet you, and
Thanks for having
congrats on all the success of White Lotus Golden Globe Awards. Today you just got nominated for a SAG Award. This is a big deal. Well deserved.
Thanks.
I'm going to read you a couple of reviews about you here.
Don't do that.
Plug your ears. The USA Today says Fahey is effervescent, lighting up every scene she's in.
Oh.
Entertainment Weekly said Megan Fahey is flat out incredible. There you go. Come on. You can't get better than that.
That's so nice.
You know what is nice, though? I've been reading articles about the cast, and you guys are all friendly and talking about each other, and they said that you were the nicest person that they worked with, and they said that out of everyone on the cast, you seem like the most outgoing person.
Oh,
and like
wow.
you would talk to everybody and say hi to everyone.
Oh, yes. Well, that's true.
Yeah.
I think it's very important to, like, sort of know your neighborhood. So when I got to Sicily, I wanted to make friends with all of the people, because it's like, you know, I'm a New Yorker, and you got to make friends with the bodega guy.
Absolutely.
My bodega guy installed my AC.
It's part of your neighborhood.
Exactly.
Yes.
So,
you know your bartenders.
That's
you go
right.
around,
You gotta
what's
get
up?"
in.
Yes.
Yeah.
So in Sicily, you walked around, you introduced, you said, hi, I'm your neighbor.
Yeah, I felt like Belle from Beauty and the Beast sometimes, because I'd be like
Who's
walking
who?
down the street with my little basket full of flowers, and people would be like sticking out from the shop to say hi. It was very
hi,
cute.
Megan. Hi.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard you also did a cooking class with one of the...
Yeah, so I made friends with the owner of one of the restaurants,
This is what
and
happened.
I mentioned that I wanted to take a cooking class, and he was like, well, you should come here, and I'll give you one. And I said, okay. And he said, just come at noon tomorrow, which also is like kind of cool, right? Like
Fantastic.
no texting, just like show up to this place at
Love
12.
Italy, yes.
Yeah. So I went, and then it wasn't actually a cooking class because it just was me in the kitchen while the restaurant was open and serving food. And I was just sort of in the kitchen, like
Cooking.
Plating things and serving them to people.
So he gave you a job.
Yeah, I had a chef hat on.
Wow, you got a job.
He made me a gin and tonic. We were
Fantastic.
doing
12
great.
noon?
Yeah.
But this show really kind of kicks off with you. No spoilers, but you discovering a dead body. And is it a little bit relaxing knowing that you're not the one dying at the end of the show?
Well, I have to tell you, I read it.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, this character finds the body. But I didn't necessarily feel like that meant that I still couldn't potentially be dead. You know,
How?
like, because you just don't know. Like,
maybe it's a
100
dream
things could
sequence
happen.
or
Yeah,
something?
who knows?
I mean, that's
so
where
at first
my
I was like,
brain
ooh,
goes
cool,
to.
I'm alive. And then I was like, well, let's see. Let's read the rest of this first to find out.
So you really didn't? No, maybe, yeah. And I want to say, because I love Mike White. Obviously, I know, God, who doesn't love the guy? But in the opening scene, these two actors are right there. And these actually weren't even really actors.
That's right.
They were on Survivor with Mike White.
Yeah. Let's clap for them. They killed it. So good.
Tara Kay and Angelina Keeley.
Yes.
Did you watch the Survivor season with Mike White on it?
I did. I had to.
Me too. I loved it.
I had a couple
It's one of
friends
the best
who
years
said,
ever.
if you only watch one episode of Survivor, it should be this one.
I agree.
So I watched it in Italy, and then when Mike told me, because we shot that scene sort of towards the end, and when he told me that it was going to be these two women that were doing the scene with me, I was like fangirling.
And how are they as actors?
Fantastic.
Really?
Angelina might be the most committed.
Okay.
She did cry a lot. There was one part where we were shooting the body being sort of pulled from the water.
Yes.
And she really went for it. And Mike was like, Angelina, you gotta stop crying.
Really?
Yeah.
He was like,
it's not sad, it's spooky. You don't know this person. And she was like, okay, damn. But no, they were amazing, and I was actually so impressed with how great they genuinely were in that scene. Because
it all worked perfect. The casting all the way around
Yeah.
were just knockout performances. If you watch the season, you'd be like, oh yeah, everyone's great. But you were unbelievable. Did you get asked about the last scene, or I don't want to spoil anything, but
let's spoil it.
I'm not gonna spoil it. But does anything happen? Did anything happen?
Yes, I think so.
What?
Yes.
What?
Let me tell you what it was.
What are you talking about?
Let me just
Ruth,
lean
play
into
some
this
music
mic
for a little
real
bit.
quick.
Just play some anything. Just what happened? You think so?
Yeah.
All right. Good. Wow.
Thanks, guys.
Wow. Yeah, that was it. That was the spoiler. I just heard it. No, she didn't tell me anything. But do people come up and go, hey, what did, like, why would people ask you? Like, you shot something and didn't use it? That was actually shot, right? What you did.
No, it wasn't. Which is kind of
Yeah.
what's so cool about Mike. I feel like he's really interested in sort of like
The mystery.
suggesting something and then letting the audience kind of decide how they feel about it, sort of open to interpretation. So even it was really funny because I saw him on the night of the finale, and I asked him because people ask me all the time.
Yeah.
And I was like, "What do you think happened?" And I told him what I thought happened, and he
Yeah.
was like, "Ew, I don't want to think about that."
Wow. I hate spoilers, and I don't know how long you have to wait to talk about something. Because it's out, and the ending is out.
Yeah.
But some people don't know, and I don't want to ruin anything for anyone. But it is fantastic. Watch The White Lotus, HBO Max, Megan Fahey. I want to show a clip. Here's Megan in The White Lotus.
Cameron, Harper, what?
Maybe something happened.
I don't think you have anything to worry about. I mean, we never really know what goes on in people's minds or what they do, right? You spend every second with somebody. There's still this part that's a mystery.
Yeah, that's how you do it. Megan Fahey, everybody. All episodes of season 2 of The White Lotus are available to stream on HBO Max. More Tonight Show when we come back. Stick around, everybody.